Hey, welcome to Lawnmower Care. Today we have a good one. We picked up this Toro. What's it? A Z4235 on Marketplace. The guy listed it for $395, and we got it a little cheaper than that. If you're wondering why he was so motivated, it looks like his kids got him a new machine for Christmas, and he needed a garage space for it, so he was looking to unload this one pretty quick, and we were at the right spot at the right time. I don't know if you've ever been online where you go to Facebook and you're like, wow, something was just listed 16 minutes ago, and you send a message, and luckily you're the first person to message on that item. And that's kind of what happened here. I messaged them and said, I made him an offer and said we had a truck and trailer for easy transaction, where he wouldn't have to load anything, and we had cash. And by the time we get everything done with this, we'll have $400 into it, with maybe a new battery and fuel filter and oil change and stuff like that. But for a challenge of finding an older gentleman that took care of this thing and did all the maintenance to it, that was a pretty good deal. Anything that went wrong, a belt or anything, this guy would go out and make sure it got fixed. And that's the kind of transactions I like to deal with. I mean, you can see there's a little wear up front here with the paint. That's the only thing I really noticed, and it's got like a little bit of mud and dirt. But if you look at the deck and the deck wheels, I mean, it looks pretty clean, like without a lot of wear and tear, and the tires still have a lot of tread on them. It's got that Kawasaki FR651V 22 horse twin. Let's hear it. Got the smooth running engine. It's got a little dirt and stuff up top. You can tell it was garage kept. Needs a fuel filter. It looks pretty old, but the wiring and everything looks nice. The battery, you can tell whoever installed it, they didn't just put the bolts in, they actually used a little bit of protection and everything. That's really nice. These units, in the springtime, whenever the mower season starts, I mean, they can range anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500. So this particular machine, if a guy went through and pressure washed it, got it in tip-top condition, it might bring something like that. So there's a lot of meat left on this bone for someone that's buying and selling. And this is a machine that's capable of doing, I would say, 3 to 5 acres easy. Most of the people that I know that cut grass, I mean, you can see these little yards. I mean, they're half acre and below. So this, a lot of homeowners have gone out and bought zero turns just because they're just so efficient, and it's cool to have one. They make quick work of the yard, and especially when you get a quality brand like this is one of the better brands out there, Toro, and just the parts are a little more expensive on this particular model, but that Kawasaki engine's still being sold today, and the 42-inch deck is still a popular size, and the frame on this one and and everything. I mean, they're pretty much just selling the same thing, just maybe a little bigger deck, maybe a 50-inch deck nowadays. But for a homeowner that's got a yard like this, or this would be a perfect entry-level machine, especially under that $400 price range. You're probably thinking, it's really hard to find this at that deal. And like I said, if you go on Facebook Marketplace, you save that search, you can go in there and you type in zero turn mower and save that, hit that alert button. Eventually one will pop up and you'll be like, wow, when they're priced like that, they sell so quick. So just keep that in mind. But when you see it, you have your trailer ready, and then you just go and you strike and make a deal. And this is what you could have once you acquire the property. It's something that you could clean up, and if you were to flip something like this, you can make a couple bucks, or you can keep it for personal use. Anyway, here's the owner's manual. You can see this is a 1 owner 0 turn. He wrote down all the part numbers and things that this thing probably needed throughout its time. He gave me an extra set of blades that looks like they're real sharp, and then the mulching cover. So there was one flaw that I noticed about this thing. Whenever you drove it, these things have the bolts in there, and you can kind of see this side here, the paint's all in there and it's fine. And this side here, when you went forward and backwards, see how the paint was missing in there? And that was loose. So one of these arms kind of slipped a little bit. Now they both, track the same, forwards and backwards. So it would drive someone nuts if they went forward and backwards and one side was stronger than the other side. So just something I noticed, with having a lot of experience doing this. I noticed that you got to have these adjusted the same way. And then there's some other videos out there where you lift up the rear end and you bypass the seat safety and make sure that the wheels aren't moving whenever it's sitting in neutral. And if it is moving, you adjust that rear so the wheel stops, and same with the other side. And then they'll both track the same way. But this one's ready to go. Just such a nice machine. Anyway, I just wanted to show this Toro off because it's one of the first Toro 0 turns that I've ever gotten, especially in this condition. Usually I get a mower or something and it needs a lot of stuff. This one rides real nice, it runs real nice. I got the owner's manual, a mulching plate, extra blades, and for that price point, you can't beat it. Anyway, we'll do the maintenance on this one and get it all cleaned up. But if you like what you're watching and you want to see more, please subscribe. I love sharing some of the stuff I find from time to time with you guys. Anyway, we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.